Are airsoft guns accurate? That seems to be an age-old question, but a fair question nonetheless. Because, let's be honest, before you sink your well-earned paycheck or money in your piggy bank or wherever you keep your money, maybe underneath your mattress, into a new hobby, you want to know that you're getting the best bang out of your buck. Now, while this is a frequently asked question, it does require a bit of explanation. If you're used to shooting real steel firearms, you probably are going to find that airsoft guns are not quite as accurate as the real thing. It simply isn't feasible to compare the accuracy of a lead round traveling thousands of feet per second to that of a plastic BB traveling at the fraction of those speeds. Now, with that said, it's certainly possible to achieve a high degree of accuracy and range with a quality airsoft gun or proper upgrade parts. In this video, we're going to address these factors as well as answer the question, are airsoft guns, well, accurate? Now, whether you are a seasoned airsoft veteran of many weekend tours to your local airsoft fields, or you're new and dabbling in our community, before you jump in head first, now there are actually 6 contributing factors as to what makes airsoft guns accurate. Some of you may know these 6, some of you may not. So we hope in this video we can educate you and maybe refresh some of your minds into what contributes to the accuracy of airsoft guns. With that said, let's get into it. Starting off with number 6, range. The first and most obvious factor impacting the accuracy of an airsoft gun is going to be the range at which you are firing. Like anything else that fires a projectile, airsoft guns are going to be much more accurate at close ranges than they are at longer ranges. Duh. The maximum effective range of even the best airsoft gun is around 100 meters, or that's about 320 or so odd feet. However, you'll need to purchase a high-quality airsoft sniper to have any chance of maximizing accuracy at this range. Electric airsoft guns, both AEG rifles and SMGs, will have a maximum effective range about 50 meters, while the maximum effective range of most airsoft pistols will be even shorter. Thankfully, many airsoft fields are designed with these ranges in mind and are laid out in a way to encourage engagements within the effective ranges of the guns that most players are using. Number 5, the inner barrel. Airsoft guns come equipped with 2 different barrels, a thin inner barrel that the BB actually travels down and a thicker outer barrel that is there for aesthetic purposes. When it comes to airsoft accuracy, the quality of the gun's inner barrel is an incredibly important factor. When your gun is brand new, you may not notice much difference between a cheap brass inner barrel and a high-quality steel barrel. Over time, though, cheap brass barrels can oxidize and experience small deformities that will negatively impact the gun's accuracy. Steel barrels, on the other hand, are more durable and will maintain a perfectly smooth and polished surface for much longer. There are several factors that make good inner barrels, but 2 brands amongst the many stand out: Prometheus from Japan and Maple Leaf from Taiwan. Both brands create exceptionally well-made inner barrels that will help you achieve high degrees of accuracy. These inner barrels are designed to work with airsoft guns that range all the way from the lowly pistol to the mighty sniper rifle. Number 4, BBs. Not all airsoft BBs are created equally, and the type of BBs matter a lot when it comes to optimizing your gun's range and accuracy. While round projectiles are not known for being the most aerodynamic projectile in the world, a projectile that is perfectly round is going to fly much truer than a projectile that isn't a perfect sphere. High-quality airsoft BBs are constructed using a more precise molding process, leading to BBs that are more perfectly spherical and thus more accurate than cheaper alternatives. Weight is another factor to consider when choosing airsoft BBs. Heavier BBs will typically be more accurate than lighter BBs, so long as the gun you are using is designed to accommodate them. However, this isn't always true, and it's a good idea to test out several different BB brands and weights in order to find the combination that works best for your specific gun. Number 3, the Hopup. The Hopup is an assembly of components found in almost every airsoft gun and is the assembly of components that the BB travels through before reaching the inner barrel. When the trigger is pulled and the new BB is cycled, a blast of high-pressured air pushes the BB into the Hopup's chamber, and ultimately out its inner barrel. It's important for the gun's hop-up to feature a high-quality seal that will prevent any compressed air from leaking out of the gun when it's fired. If air is allowed to leak out of the hop-up when the gun is fired, the BB won't have as much energy behind it as it should and will therefore be less accurate. It is also essential for the gun's hop-up to include a high-quality bucking, the importance which we will discuss in the next point. Number 2, buckings. One of the most vital components in an airsoft hop-up assembly is the bucking, a rubber or silicone cylinder that features a nub that is designed to impart backspin on the BB before it exits the barrel. That's why real steel rifles and handguns feature rifled barrels that impart spin on the round as it travels through the barrel. For airsoft guns, the bucking found in the gun's hop-up is the equivalent to a rifle barrel. However, low-quality buckings can wear down over time, leading to inconsistent spin on the BBs and a gun that is less accurate. In addition to choosing a high-quality bucking that won't wear down, it is important to consider the hardness of the bucking in your gun's hop-up. Harder buckings are made from more rigid materials and are better suited for higher FPS guns such as DMRs or sniper rifles. However, softer buckings tend to work better for guns that shoot under 400 FPS. Soft buckings are also recommended for airsoft players that live in colder climates, since soft buckings will retain their properties better in freezing weather than hard buckings. Number 1, gun quality. Gun quality is somewhat of a broad, ranging, and difficult to define factor, but it is also one that certainly influences how far airsoft guns can shoot. Usually, high-quality airsoft guns will typically feature higher quality components, such as steel inner barrels, tightly sealed hop-ups, and durable, precise buckings. High-end airsoft guns are more likely to accommodate heavier BBs that will improve the range and accuracy of your gun. Lastly, more expensive airsoft guns tend to fire BBs at a higher FPS, and the more energy there is behind a BB, the more accurate it tends to be at longer ranges. Of course, this is not always the case, as different manufacturers prioritize different aspects of their products when they price their guns. However, the old adage goes, you get what you pay for, and it certainly applies to airsoft guns. And one of the things you are paying for when you purchase a high-quality airsoft gun compared to a budget model is indeed improved accuracy in range. If you want the most accurate airsoft gun possible, you'll probably need to prepare to splurge just a little on a high-end model or in high-end parts. Now, those are our 6 base factors as to what contributes to accuracy in the airsoft guns. I'm sure so many of you out there have extra knowledge that you can share, so don't forget to comment in the comment section below. Now, earlier we did say we're going to give you a few tips and tricks into what can help you get a bit more accuracy out of your airsoft gun. So, here it is. In addition to choosing a high-quality airsoft gun that is equipped with the right components and BBs, there are several other steps you can take to improve the range and accuracy of your airsoft gun. You can start by equipping your airsoft gun maybe with a scope or an optic. This is one way to boost your accuracy. If you're struggling to use iron sights on your gun at longer ranges, a scope is probably the better way to go. It's also essential for you to perform regular maintenance of your airsoft gun to make sure optimize accuracy throughout its life cycle. From the bucking to the hop-up to the inner barrel, there are many components inside the airsoft gun that if you don't take care of them nicely, it will negatively impact the gun's accuracy. Worst part, they may even wear down and break. With regular maintenance though, you can keep these components performing properly for as long as possible. The final part, drum roll please, it is, well, you. You are the key defining factor to how accurate your airsoft gun will be. So make sure you take your gun out and practice, because let's face it guys, the gun doesn't shoot itself. You gotta be the one to aim, you gotta be the one to pull the trigger, and you gotta be the one to familiarize yourself with the tool that you bring to your weekend skirmishes, to the competition circuit, or to your Milsim games. Now, did this help you in any way, shape, or form? I certainly hope it did. I hope this was an educational process for you as well as it was for me when I was researching, to write my script to make sure I give you guys the right amount of info. Now, if you found any of the guns or videos in the making of this video cool, don't forget to check out our online store at www.redwolfairsoft.com. Guys, also if you want to watch some of the other videos we used in here, click on the card above, or you can find them linked in the description below. So with all that said, if you thought it was a good video, give us a like. If you thought it was cool, share with your friends. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe and click the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a brand new one of these videos. Whew. With all that said, have a good one. See you next time.